Are you a good person? Do you do good things for people all the time? Do you wake up every day just trying to be as good as possible? Well, if that's you, I would invite you to consider this question. What if good is a God standard? Now let me read you a story. So there was a man in the Bible, you may know of him, his name's Jesus. And he did a lot of crazy, well, he didn't just exist in the Bible. He's not like a fictional character in a storybook. He really lived, and that's in history. But he walked around and he was constantly approached by people who wanted to ask questions of him. And this is one of my favorite stories because Jesus was a teacher of the law, but in this time, he was approached by one of the religious leaders of his time. And you got to understand that the religious leaders hated Jesus because in every single way possible, Jesus challenged everything that they were about. And so this is what this religious leader said. This is in Luke chapter 18. This is verse 18 and 19. It says this: Once a religious leader asked Jesus this question. He said, "Good teacher, what should I do to get eternal life?" Now, you would think that Jesus is good, right? I mean, he called him good teacher. Jesus, he probably tried to be a really good person all the time. He probably tried to do a lot of really good stuff for people, and he probably tried to be a good guy constantly, right? So this man said, "Good teacher, what should I do to get eternal life?" And you know what Jesus said? This blows my mind every time I think about it. Jesus said this: "Why do you call me good?" The man asked Jesus how to get eternal life, and Jesus' response was, "Why do you call me good?" Now listen to what he says next. Jesus asked him, "Why do you call me good?" And Jesus says, "Only God is truly good." So let me pose this to you, okay? This is a challenge. This is whatever you want it to be. If God is the only one that is good, and we walk around every day in America, in the American church and the American people, atheists, agnostics, it doesn't matter who you are, Catholics, everybody is just trying to be a good person, right? Well, if God is the only one that is good, then good is a God standard. Good is an attribute for God. And so if we think we are good, then we must think we are God, because good is a God standard. So, are you God? I'm not God. I can tell you in my life, I'm 28 years old, and I've learned two things. God is real, and I'm not Him. And so, is it really about being good? Because if it's about being good, then it's about being God. And we're not God. So I'll ask you again, what if good is a God standard?